Welcome to Pride Against Prejudice, a Shadowrun 4th edition actual play podcast.
I am Simon. I play Bertha Huggins, aka Huggy Bear.
I'm Al, or Draenor. I'm playing Mav or Maverick.
My name is Les, and I will be playing Murin.
My name is Jack. I'm going to be playing Boiger.
Hello, I'm Michael, and I'll be playing Sunshine.
My name is Les, and I will be playing Murin.
And my name is Rhydian. I am the GM. If you would like any bonus content, a link to our living campaign map can be found in the show notes, along with a link to our Discord, where you can get occasional bonus episodes, and if you'd like to add locations to the map or just ask us questions, you're welcome to join us there. If you stick about for a few seconds at the end of the episode, we also have a question for you as well. Following content may contain themes and materials not suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised. Now that the team has Dr Butler safely in their care, they start to find out what's really going on and start a race against time to save someone else. So, you've managed to extract your target from the clinic and you're driving away, having somehow not triggered any police response. As you are, the doctor turns to the person sat next to her. Whose vehicle is she in, by the way?
He was in the van with Huggy and Mav, because the others were around the other side. So Huggy was the only one in any vehicle. When we were getting out, so I took the van around to the fire exit that those two were coming out of, bundled them into the van, and we drove up.
If she's in the vehicle with Huggy and Mav, there will not be sufficient space in there for anybody else around the drones and all the rest of it.
Nope,
so
they will go in Murin's car.
Yeah, so that's absolutely fine. So as you're driving away, she looks at Mav, because that's the only person who's about. The rest of you are either in another vehicle in a rigger cocoon, though if Mav has open comms, you will be able to talk.
I have a small screen on the in the front of the van, which I can basically put up my face in, so I can talk to people.
I'm imagining your Matrix avatar of like the troll with the pink hair.
Yeah, that's the one.
As you're driving away, she looks at Mav and says, "Nice work. Now you need to get us to Port Richmond docks on Staten Island before it's too late."
Too late for what?
Look, the whole point of having you snatch me and blow my cover is to save them. Now fragging drive, she says, looking at Huggy.
You hear that, Huggy?
Flagging driving. I still like to know if we have plenty of time for you to explain why we're going there.
All right. We're moving now, so I can tell you a little bit about what's happening. I was investigating the clinic because there's a much higher death rate than there should be, and the bodies weren't getting released to the families. They're sinless, so no fragger cares.
Barely even bodies at that point.
Are the rest of us hooked into this conversation at all?
I'm going to hook in my mic to team comms.
Look, I broke cover and got Lucas to get you lot, find out what's happening to them. Well, because I found out what's happening to them. I thought they were dying, organ leggers. I mean, we all know about Talamus, but yeah, they are being sold on the black market, alive.
I was going to say they're not dead, are they?
No, like, they're getting put on a ship. I didn't have time to make contact properly and organise a hit. I needed a team now if we were going to stop them, so just fragging drive, we'll get over there. If you can get me in at the dockmaster's office, find out what ship it is, we might be able to stop them before they leave.
Right, Port Richmond, you said.
Yes, so out of character, this is now marked. Yeah, so it's a bit of a shithole. So you hammer your way across the Verranzo Narrows Bridge and across Staten Island, screeching into Port Richmond. As you get onto the street leading to docks, you can see security stood outside. Two guys in high-vis with AKs on the gate that, yeah, they definitely don't work for a court. Can Anybody who is able to see them, give me a perception check, please.
That's 2 hits from Huggy.
The front of the car, so I'm guessing I can see. I've got 3 hits.
2 hits from Murin.
4.
I see everything with 5 hits.
Those of you with 3 or more, you're in a moving vehicle, you're driving past, or driving up to the place. They seem to be wearing their high-vis with the name of the docks company on the back, just over like tracksuits. They've got a lot of tattoos, gold chains, clean-shaven heads, look like they've been in one too many fights and had their nose busted a couple of times. Yeah, they're pretty much screaming mobster of some flavour.
I'm going to send Moonin up to scout the area.
Are you just parking up on a street nearby? Is that your fly spy?
Yeah, the splash spy is going up.
So the fly spy will take a little while. What are you doing? Are you just kind of driving around the block? Are you parking up nearby?
I'm going to find somewhere that looks like... Find either a drive-through or drive-in restaurant. Somewhere where I can park and it's not suspicious that I'm parking.
It's like a light industrial area around here. The best you're going to do is... If you go into one of the business areas, they'll have a staff car park.
Is there a coffin motel with a car park out front?
Give me an edge roll.
That's 2 hits.
Yeah, there is one. There's a number of burned out shells of cars in there, and the neon sign that says "Open Rooms Available" is on the coffin motel, but the security shutters are still down, and one of them looks like it's been something heavy hit that, and it's got scorch marks on it.
If you're leaving scorch marks, you need a bigger gun.
There's some gangers hanging around on the corner. They look like they've mostly got like baseball bats and knives. They're pretty low-level street thugs.
Well, I'm pretty sure I can take baseball bats and some knives at the moment. So, I need to do wide area reconnaissance first, so that means I send out Högen first.
The fly spy will take a little while. Your little plane thing will be quicker because that can fly up.
That's what I was saying.
High.
Högen is a plane, Moonin is fly spy. So I'm going to send out Högen first. So I'm going to send out the plane first to get a general idea of the area, and then I will use Moonin once we are more sure what I'm looking for. Should I roll perception for Högen?
Yeah, go for it.
Running autonomous. 0 hits.
There's really low lying today, and just if you bring it any lower,
someone's going to either see it or hear it.
Yeah.
These guys don't look like they're going to take well to thinking they're being bought.
As you're doing this, you've kind of got Dr. Butler in the van going, "Come on, we need to get on with this. You need to get me to the dockmaster's office ASAP. Otherwise, we're going to miss that ship."
Do you think we can just walk in, Doctor? Do you think this counts as legitimate business?
She eyes your duffel bag, which made a loud clank at some point, and says, "I think the contents of that'll get us in quite handily."
We are going in hot, then, as we say.
I don't care how we get in, as long as we get in soon. She basically is just nipping at you constantly as you're doing stuff like, "We need to get in there."
All right, shall we just go loud? Mav says on team comms. There do look like there's quite a lot of dudes.
This doesn't look like a small enterprise.
The high priority mission, and we were told to do whatever she asked of us.
Those instructions are pretty clear. I mean...
Sunshine, can you pull up the map and tell us where the shipping office is?
Yeah. Doctor, do you have... Obviously, we know people are getting transported. Do you have particular knowledge of when exactly they're being transported?
I just know they were brought here in the early hours of the morning. I don't know when the ship's leaving. That's what I'm trying to find out, and we need to know which ship they're on. If we don't know which ship they're on, we can't get them back.
Kinda hard to find out what ship they're on in the middle of a screaming gunfight. and I'm going to slide my Matrix glasses down off my beanie, put them on, and go have a quick Matrix dig.
Could you give me a negotiation roll, please?
4 hits.
You have one net hit. She kind of looks at you for a moment and goes, "Oh, fine, I suppose you're right." It's
Look, apart from everything else, if we blunder in there, guns blazing, not knowing where we're going, we're giving them more and more time to away anchor and frag off out of here.
You're right. Look, you said you're going to have a look.
Matrix.
All right, give me a minute. She pulls out her comlink and plugs the comlink into a data jack on her wrist. Says, "Look, I'll give you a hand. We'll probably get this done a little bit quicker."
Old school, but cool. Let's do this.
Okay, so what you'll need to do first is a scan roll. Don't roll it yet, though, please.
I do not have the scan program. I've got analyze.
She looks at you and just says, "How have your team managed without a... Give me a minute." And she...
I'm face pulling double duty as Decker. Give me a break, chummer.
She goes full VR just as you're speaking.
Yeah, Huggy has scan as a skill.
All right, do you want to give me a scan roll?
That's 3 hits from Huggy.
Are you hot sim?
Yeah.
All right, so... Bloody hell, she rolled well. Roll another 6 dice for her assist.
Right, okay.
That was genuinely a spectacular roll on her part.
That's 6 hits.
Yeah, you're getting a lot on the Matrix here. The guards outside, they're all running something. They've all got comlinks. A little bit of cyberware. Seems that there is... Yeah, they seem to be running smart links on their cyber eyes. Oh, Drek, those boys have got wide reflexes. There's also a lot of drones. They seem to be for forklifts. There's 3 icons for cranes that are acting as drones. They seem to be slaved into the main system, which there is a spider running that at the moment, who's linked into the main camera nodes on the perimeter. There does also seem to be a couple of cyber terminals, one in one of the larger warehouses and one in seems to be wired into the smallest building.
Right, this is big operation.
Given that those guys have scanned, can they just pass that data on to me?
Yes.
Thanks, Huggy.
My avatar turns to the doctor. This is how our team gets by. Teamwork.
She looks at you and just says, "Fair enough, as long as it gets the job done."
Sunshine appears next to their 2 avatars a couple of seconds later in very much the sort of Cortana appearance. Does the doctor goes, "Right, let's begin."
Her Matrix avatar seems to be a phoenix.
Huggy, what's your avatar?
My avatar is, the little tall dolls?
Oh,
With
yes,
spiky
with
hair?
the spiky hair,
It's
yeah.
one of them.
With pink hair.
With pink hair.
Sunshine is basically Cortana, but with Sunshine's face.
She's still not upgraded from the stock one, and her face hasn't quite mapped properly.
Yeah.
So what are you doing next?
Maybe see if we can find like shipping information or like incredibly illegal bulldrek.txt.
You'd need to get into their system in order to check that.
Exploit plus stealth.
Dr. Butler's giving you a hand as well. You get an additional 4 dice. I take it you're doing this quick and dirty, though.
Yeah. 4 hits. Do you want a stealth in there as well?
And could I get you stealth?
2 hits.
Okay, so you're not in yet. So the whole node is sculpted to look like a big-ass cargo ship. Like, think Maersk Line kind of size. That's not the size of ship that this port serves. It's way too small. But they've got ambition.
Yep. I look on quickly, because this is Matrix, you can just sprint at 1,000,000 miles an hour. I quickly sprint around the back of the ship and have a look and go, the Kono. Hey, I get that reference, and then run back round to everyone else.
So as you're trying to climb up the anchor chain, this face just appears over the top through the hole that the anchor chain runs through and just says, "Not today, motherfragger. Please roll me a Matrix defense."
Okay, so I get +2 dice on this because I'm currently hot simmed. 3 hits.
While this is going on, can we make sure that everybody, while we're going quiet now, is ready to go loud at a signal?
Can I summon a spirit? I'm still maintaining my enhanced reflexes spell from earlier. Can I summon a spirit because I feel like I'm going to need it eventually?
Yes, you absolutely can, but we will do it in a sec. Sunshine, this other Decker, it seems to be a bit of a mishmash of modern merchant naval uniform and 18th century, as she levels a flintlock at you, fires, and it's a flintlock, so it misses. Are you wanting to have a gunfight with this person and keep trying to fight to get in, or are you just going to jack out and get away?
This is one enemy Decker. I currently have 2 friends with me, and we're in Matrix time. This is not taking long, so I reckon we stick around and fight. Also, we might be able to, like, dump shock this Decker, which is then one less person we have to deal with in meat space.
Huggy, are you also hot simmed?
Yeah, I'm also hot simmed. So I have almost no attack, so...
You can be a meat shield.
Yeah, that's something I can do.
10.3 will be my initiative.
Huggy, you'll be on 14.3.
Right, thank you.
Huggy, it's your turn first. As you're stood outside this ship, you're not actually into the node yet. You're just fighting with somebody who's trying to stop Sunshine getting in. This is a little bit of a stretch of the 4th ed rules, but it's thematic, so I'm going to go.
Right, so I have very little offensive capability.
Okay.
What can I do with what I have?
I'll be honest, there's not a massive amount that Huggy can actually do because she just doesn't have any aggressive programs.
Huggy is very much built as a defensive Matrix character.
And you may be able to change that later, but for now you just don't have the programs for it, so I'll shuffle along a little bit. It goes on to Dr. Butler's Phoenix, who... You see the bird's eyes narrow as she goes, I am so done with this drag. The bird vomits fire at the person.
Imagining the phoenix with this very beautiful, very, ornate, it looks magnificent, and then it does that thing that seagulls do when they're squawking. It just goes,
Have you ever seen a video of a kittiwake chick vomiting defensively?
Yeah, like that, yes.
The whole neck retracts, and then it launches forward, and then the vomit comes out.
Okay, so you just see this pirate avatar get coated in this fiery vomit that sticks them to the node, to the ship, and they can't move very well. Anybody who's in Matrix, so Sunshine and Huggy, give me an analyze roll, please.
4 hits.
Yeah, that was Black Hammer, and that deck is link locked right now.
Get wrecked, scrub.
Oh shit.
Yeah, she just gave that person a brain aneurysm. The doctor is not bragging about right now.
Right. We should recruit this doctor. She's a good offensive Decker.
The other Decker is looking a bit desperate and chucks out an attack at Dr. Butler because they need to take them out to break the link lock, essentially. So they level another pistol and fire it at Dr. Butler, who, well, her Phoenix avatar just kind of flies around and down doing a barrel roll and just avoids the shot completely. Which puts us on Sunshine.
I'm going to summon up my avatar, my agent.
Okay, so that is a simple action.
Can I load a second copy of my agent?
Yes.
I summon up a second agent.
So that's your turn. The ship itself seems to be trying to put a searchlight onto you, Sunshine, but it's not got it on you yet. It's trying to trace your physical location.
Righto.
And it's your agent. I'll say they both go on the same thing, and there's 2 of them. It'll just save us a bit of time.
So if I just roll analyze twice, pretend these are attacks.
So are you attacking the Decker or the host?
Let's go with the Decker.
If you're using the attack program, that would crash their deck, not the Decker. The other option is that you could crash the host, which would mean it wouldn't be able to trace you because it'll be rebooting, and it'll also dump the Decker who's plugged into it.
Won't it also dump us?
No, because you were trying to get into it. It would also mean that for a short period of time, things like security cameras and stuff like that would be down while it's resetting.
That's a really good thing, so I'm going to do that. So can I say that my 2 agents are attacking the host, and the second one is going to be assisted by the first? I got 3 hits between the 2 agents.
So the program rating is 3, so it's going to have to resist 4 damage. So, yeah, you have done a little bit of damage to the host, which brings us back around to Huggy.
I'd try and get one of them to target me.
All right, what are you doing to piss them off to get them to attack you?
You can use all of your social skills in the Matrix.
Yeah.
You say all my social skills, as if I have a lot of social skills. Right, I'm going to start threatening him in German.
They look mostly confused by this, because they don't speak German. They get the gist of you're saying unpleasant things about their parentage, but beyond that... Dr. Butler, again, the Phoenix just kind of vomits fire onto this Decker, who screams. Has Sunshine ever witnessed somebody die whilst they are in the Matrix before now?
Probably not, no.
It's a little bit horrific, because the avatar starts glitching in and out and twitching, because they're still link-locked. Their brain is still hooked up to the Matrix, but...
Their brain is no longer living.
Functional, and yeah, it's... twitching, and it's like saying random snatches of what seems to be this person's memories, and this is weird.
Sunshine turns to this Phoenix next to her. So, doing no harm.
If you guys want to just pummel the Drek out of the host together, you can just pummel the Drek out of the host.
Yes, please.
Yeah, so you pummel the Drek out of the host.
And crash it.
And say to her, so about doing no harm. And I'll imagine you're saying this to her over comms just as you guys are coming out. And she just kind of looks at you over the little terminal in the front of Huggy's van and spits out the window and says, sometimes you have to commit harm to prevent greater harm. I don't like it either.
Alrighty.
Also, I'm not technically a doctor.
As she's saying this, Huggy has had one of the reloaders in the back of the van slotting live ammo into the drones, and she goes, I think we could get on.
Okay, kids. The host is down. All their Matrix Drek is crashed, and the doctor here geeked their Decker. Let's go.
In character knowledge, you would know that people's individual pans will still be up.
Still be running. Yeah, but their control room, their cameras, their turrets and all that kind of Drek will probably be down.
Yeah.
You said that the cranes were slaved to the central control.
Yeah, they will be offline right now.
How long have we got?
We've never actually crashed a host before. This is a first. I'm going to say you have 5 combat turns. You've got roughly 20 seconds before it's back up again.
But the spider is down.
Yeah. Toiga, you said that you did want to summon a spirit, so let's sort that out. What force of spirit, please?
6.
Was that 6?
Yes.
Oh, and what kind of spirit is it?
A beast spirit.
Alright, so give me a roll to summon. You have 4 net hits, so you get 4 services. Please resist 4 drain.
5 hit to resist drain.
Okay, so you easily resist the drain. What does this spirit look like?
So it looks like a slightly oversized leopard, but it's wearing a lot of jewelry. It's got gold bangles around each of its legs. Its ears are pierced with gold earrings. Its teeth look like they're made of gold. They've got jewels sticking out of them. And each of the spots, if you look at it closely, is like a little sun almost, with rosettes around it that look a little bit like Toiger's eye tattoo.
That's very cool.
I'm giving it natural weapon and venom.
Just so that we've got it.
18.
Because forget. And I'm just going to download that.
Anything that harms me or my companions does not deserve to be alive.
So the leopard just stretches the way that, you know how some cats do, like their feet close together and arch the back, and others do the put their bum up in the air and reach out as far as they can with their front paws. That's the stretch it does, the second version. The impression you're getting back through the astral link is, oh, but they're so fragile.
I know, they're very boring toys, but if you're good, there might be some more fun ones inside.
The beast spirit is kind of going, it's harmed them yet, and it's in astral space, so the only person that can see it is Toiga. It's kind of sat itself down in the middle of the road. Gigantic astral cat, must you lick your nutsack in the middle of the... Oh, Billy!
Why did you give it a nutsack?
I didn't give it a nutsack, it just happens to have a nutsack.
It does that thing that cats do where they sit right in the middle of the floor facing you to do it. Huggy, your turn.
Right, well, I have a light machine gun on the top of this car, and that is going to deploy.
Yeah, Dr. Butler's just kind of looking around at the displays and goes, oh, as she sees the display readout in the van. Please continue.
Right, so yes, this is the opening round. So we're going to go with just generally covering the area.
You would need to move slightly to be able to hit him because he is behind the guard hut a little bit.
In that case, we move forward a little bit. This is a van. I can move it.
So you just drive the van up a bit and... yeah, go for it.
Right, we are going to lay down some covering fire with a light machine gun.
Okay.
You have to shout, suppressing fire! As you do this.
Or just, surprise, motherfragger!
You know the noise that you get in Windows when an error bar comes up? There's a boing noise. That is the noise that happens when the turret pops up. Right, so I'm just going to cover both of these gentlemen with fire.
Alright, so are you targeting one guy or is this just suppressing fire?
This is suppressing fire on both of them.
I'm actually going to call this a surprise round because they were not expecting this.
As I should have been.
All three of those dudes, they're just going to take a hit at the base damage, which you've just got full metal jacket loaded, is that right?
This is just full metal jacket, so this is 4 hits, 6 damage standard. I'm not using the explosive ammo.
You're not being that kind of bastard today.
No, that can wait.
Yeah, you see these bullets just come flying in at them. They're not aimed particularly close. It's mainly just a cone. Nope. They kind of twitch a bit. They're just going, oh, what the fuck? Ah! But their armor seems to have taken the worst of it. Like, one of them gets hit and slammed into the wall, but you're not seeing any blood. The other two are just kind of clipped. That's them woken the frag up. Hansel.
Hansel is going to deploy.
I'll call it a simple action.
Right, okay.
Because it's in a drone rack, so it just basically goes up into the air.
Yeah, I get punted out of the back. And Hansel is going to target this gentleman here. The one at the top of the door. With a long, narrow burst.
He does now get to attempt to dodge it. I'm actually going to call this a surprise round, because they were not expecting this.
By a sudden hail of machine gun fire.
Yeah, just what you needed. I mean, you got to admit, it's a pretty good alarm clock.
Yeah. That's 3 hits.
So, yeah, you have 2 net hits. You said it was a long, narrow burst, so that 17 AP minus 1. He's having a bad day, as he just reels back as the bullets come in that originally hit him. Blam against the wall as the drone deploys, and there's just this hail of gunfire that hits him in the neck. Oh, that's bits of spinal column that just went flying out the back.
That's how I like it.
Yeah, he is somewhat fuckhead by this. And hearing a direct load of gunfire going off, one of the guards around the corner near the other gate is going to run round and rip off a burst. I'm sorry, Murden, your car's getting shot at.
I'm sorry, what did you just say to me?
I said your car's getting shot at. Sorry, dude.
Evasive maneuvers, zigzag.
So you will get a reaction roll against this.
Okay.
So yeah, you don't manage to get out the way in time as he hits you for 3 net hits, so that the car will need to resist 10 damage.
It will buff out, don't worry.
So that actually did a chunk of damage as it shatters a couple of windows and you get some bullet holes stitched up the bonnet of the car as it does 7 damage to the vehicle, which it's got a track of 13. He actually rolled really well. And I'm going to say that now that the window has been shattered, he can see inside for the second burst, which is also short and narrow, and that's going to be at Toiga.
Well, we know what that beast that's going to be up to.
Nah.
I know what Mirren's going to be up to on his turn.
So could I get a reaction roll, please, Toiga?
No hits. I'm more than happy. Like, off the 3, 2 are 1s.
That's a glitch.
That is a critical glitch.
Oh.
Do you wish to spend edge at this point to reduce that?
I do. I very much do.
It goes from a critical glitch to a glitch. So normally with a crit glitch, I double the damage. With a glitch rather than a critical glitch, it manages to flip you somewhere that your armor doesn't cover. So you'll only be able to resist this on body, so you'll need to resist 8 physical.
I'm just rolling body.
Yeah.
Oh no. 1 hit.
Oh, so you just take 7 boxes of physical as this round just flips you in the chest, and Mirren just gets this spray of blood all over his face. You were lifting your arm to grab the grab handle?
Yeah.
You were lifting that and it just hits you in the armpit and comes out of your back, and there's just blood everywhere. And Mirren's got a good chunk of it on him as well.
The upholstery.
Yeah. So, bad times.
Are you still alive?
Barely.
Right, let's get this dealt with then.
Thank you for spending some time with us and listening to the Pride Against Prejudice podcast. We hope that you enjoyed the show and look forward to seeing you again in 2 weeks' time for our next episode. In the meantime, which profession do you think you could most easily pass yourself off as while investigating humanist-led tomfuckery? Let us know on our Discord. Intro is More Human Than Human by Carl Casey, and the background music is also by Carl Casey. Outro music is Neon Thrills by Luck Hash, and all sound effects are credited in the show notes. The Tops Company Inc. has granted permission to the Pride Against Prejudice podcast to use such names, logos, artwork, marks, and or any other proprietary material for promotional and informational purposes on its website, but does not endorse and is not affiliated with the Pride Against Prejudice podcast in any official capacity whatsoever. All other works mentioned in this podcast remain the property of their respective owners. The Pride Against Prejudice podcast is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution 4.0 license, so if you want to use any part of the show, please give us the credit. See you next time, chummers.